two, 1 2, 1 2. G'day fellas, how are we? See yous in the chat there, first two in. How's your day been, lads? All good, I hope. Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. We're going to be doing a little bit of resin casting tonight. So I'm impressed with the ones that I took out the mold the other morning, yesterday morning. I'm pretty impressed with all of them, to be honest. But there's one in particular that I really like, so I'm going to do more of them tonight. And that was the transparent tints. I took a photograph and put it up on, I think I put it up on, well, I might not have put it up, I can't remember now. I might have put it up on Instagram. I can't remember if I put it up on Facebook though. But I'll show you them anyway shortly. That multicoloured transparent with the tints in it, the different coloured tints, is absolutely stunning, and it's going to look even better, I reckon, once it gets turned, because once it gets turned we'll lose some of the darkness in the blank and we'll start to see the colours more. And obviously when it gets in the light it's even lighter and you can see the colours more again. So I'm really pleased with that one actually. So I'm looking forward to doing a few more of them tonight. I'm also going to pour the clear with a little bit of the holographic into the Chameleon burl one here that I've got ready. Let me just get Facebook up so I can see what YouTube, so I can see what's going on. So you guys are all good, that's excellent. We've got a third person in there I can see. I can't see a name up though, so feel free to join in the chat. If anybody's watching that's not in the chat, feel free to join in the chat. And also feel free to to click on the subscribe button down below, click the little bell, and you'll be notified of any future lives or any time I post up any videos. So Resin, you saw that one on Instagram with the clear, all the tinted colours in it, yeah? Yeah, so I'm planning on doing more of them tonight. I'm running low on cups actually. I didn't realise. I should have probably placed an order this morning for more cups, but I'll do it when I finish the stream, and I'll get more cups here, and I'll probably have to get more on the weekend. I'll just get some plastic cups just to get me out of trouble. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, I'm going to do more of them because I really like the look of it. It'll be hard to show you guys here because I've got no light that I can sort of show towards the camera. All the lights are in front of me to light up this area, so we've got, you know, better lighting here, and the videos are a little bit clearer. I'll maybe try my phone light behind it, just see if that shows anything, but I doubt it very much, but we'll see how we go anyway. And all the other ones turned out nice as well, so you know, I'll show you them all very in a tick. So Resin saw the one on Instagram. Yeah, it's pretty stunning, mate. I'm really pleased with it. So like I said, we'll maybe mix it up a little bit again tonight with a few different colours. And I've pulled a couple of my fluorescent ones out as well. We might try a little bit of the fluorescent in there as well and see what that does. As long as it doesn't take over the other tints, but it shouldn't do. So the mixing's going to be all over the place again tonight, guys, because I've marked out a cup. I got this one already. It's all marked out with the proper, so I could just pour it in 2 hits. But this mold's going to take more than that, probably. But then I can drop back to that cup for these if I don't sort of mix them up. I couldn't get those blanks out the molds, even though I'd put mold release in them. Actually, one of them did pop out, but the other ones all sort of hung up, so they're maybe older ones. So I've had to split them, but I've still been able to reuse them. And I've just taped up the joints and put tape around the bottom, so they're still well taped up. And hopefully I'll put a little bit of mold release in them, and then hopefully I can just split them again, cut the tape and split them to take the blanks out. But we'll see how we go with that. Failing that, I'll just have to cut more PVC pipe. So yeah, so good. So let me just go to this one. So this one was the one where I mixed the I think it was some of the I forget the colour name now. We used the Sapphire Ghost Blue, I think, for this one, and we also put something else in it. I just can't quite remember now what we put in this one. I'll have to watch back the video. But as you can see, if I go to camera 3, you'll see that one there. There's quite a bit of swirl in it, and we've got a good mix of colour, and there was also, I think, clear in that as well. So I'm thinking that should turn up quite nicely, and it's got a little bit of flash of different colours in it when you look at it as well, like a mica type look. So I think that one will come up quite nice. That's one of them. That was the 3 that I cast in the previous stream that had the wildfire. They had the wildfire and the purple. That's what those 3 were. So you can see they've got that wildfire colour in them, the sort of pinkishy, lilac-y, violet-y, whatever you want to call it. And there was clear in them as well that I can see in there with the swirls. So again, they'll be nice when they're turned as well. And then the other ones were the Ferrari red. So I'm quite happy with that red and how that red came out. You can see that's had the mold release on it. There's a couple of little bubbles here and there, but they're just on the edge. The pressure casting has make sure there's no bubbles inside the blank. So that's just where the mold release has been. And then we've also got this dark one. So this was the darker blue, I think, that we used in with the midnight blue. So I think it was the diamond deep. It was a diamond deep blue C and the midnight blue, which was this one. So again, and it had clear in it as well. But again, you can see the sort of diamond effect on that. And again, you've got the light blue or the lighter blue, which is still a deep blue, the deep sea blue. And then you've got the darker in it as well, which was the midnight blue. So again, I think that's going to come up quite nice. And again, you know, once they're turned, that's when you really get to see them come into their own, you know. So that's that one. And then the lucky last one is the transparent one, which that's how it looks until you get it in the light, okay? And unfortunately, I don't think I can get it in the light for you. Just let me see if I can hold it up to... Nah, I can't get it, unfortunately. I was going to try and move that camera up to the light, but I can't get it, unfortunately. But let me see if I can get my iPhone torch on it. See if that'll show you anything. John, how are you, buddy? Let me see if I can put the light on this one just to let you see it. Might show up in the camera there. It's probably a little bit strong, the light through it, but there's all sorts of colours in there. And I think some of the, I mean, we only put, I think, about 4 colours in it, but I think some of the colours might have even mixed in there to form other colours. So it's not, like I said, it's not, you can't see it properly. But if you've seen the photograph on Instagram, you'll see what I was talking about. It's just absolutely spectacular looking. I just can't quite capture it with these lights. I've got too much strong light round about me. You'll see some colour in the bottom there. You'll see there's green, there's red. You know, there's all sorts of colours in there. Blue. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with something else, eh? So yeah, so we're just going to play with some colours tonight again, guys. We'll play with some colours, we'll play with some resin, yeah, we'll see how we go, eh? But that's the blanks from the last couple of casting nights we've had. So yeah, I'm pleased with all of them actually. I think they're all going to make, every one of them will turn out to be a nice handle, I reckon. And then obviously I've got the Chameleon one, which is this one, which again, you're not going to see properly in the mould. This happened the last time. You couldn't actually see the Chameleon, but once it gets the resin poured, or you can see a little bit of colour change there. Probably a little bit there, but not a lot. But that's set in there now. I've put a little bit of UV resin to hold that in place. So now I'm just going to mix up some clear to put in there, and I'm going to put a little touch of silver holographic in there as well, but not a lot, just a little bit, just to throw a little bit of colour in there. Excellent, excellent. So all you guys are having a bit of fun in there, that's good. Okay. Right, let's crack on, eh? So what I'll do is I'll just mix up some clear very quickly for this one, for the Chameleon one. And then I can get that in the pressure pot. So I might have to mix up a couple of mixes to fill it, but we'll see how we go. So as you'll see, having the cup marked up for the the full amount is going to be much quicker than pouring 3 individual little cups and then trying to drain them. So, and all I need to do is I need to pour 1 abai into that, and then I'll mark that on the cup as well once we pour that in. So actually I probably don't need to for that one. That'll do it. Yeah, so we'll get this one poured, and then then we can start playing with the colours. Like I said, I'm just going to put a little bit of holographic into this one. Okay, so that's part B there. So we'll mix that up. Just sit that one back on the top so we don't get any rubbish in there. So I've been playing around with the a little bit with the audio video mixer today. I got a little bit of time just to have a bit of play around. I've created a new graphic for the subscribe. I'll show you that in a tick as well. And I've also adjusted some of the audio settings in the mixer as well, just to try and get some of the audio a little bit better, a little bit louder, because I noticed that I'm having to turn up on my laptop when I watch them back. I'm having to turn the volume up quite high, so obviously the volume settings are fairly low in comparison. So I've just set them up a bit, so you guys might have to adjust your volumes down a little bit if the volumes are too loud, to where you would normally have them when you watch the videos, but we'll see how that pans out anyway. Like I said, I like to watch them back and just make sure that there's nothing too drastic or anything too over the top, you know. So we've got 5 in the stream so far, so welcome to TF Custom Shaving Brushes. Hope you enjoy what you see. We're just having a nice easy night tonight, casting some blanks. So that looks like we're pretty well mixed there now, so that's showing nice and clear now. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of, actually I'll leave that in there. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of the holographic in, which you'll see here, and they're in tiny little tubs, the holographic. Just let me go to that one there, see if that shot's any good. So you can see the size of the tub. They're actually tiny compared to everything else, but you only need the smallest amount, otherwise you can overdo it, you know. So this one's the silver, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's about all I'm going to put in that. And I'll have a look, and if I think it's not enough, then I'll put a little bit more in. But at this point, I'm thinking that that's probably going to be enough, you know. So I'll put the lid back on it. I'll give that a mix and I'll see how that looks. It's hard to tell because there's still quite a lot of bubbles in the resin yet when we're mixing it, so it's hard to tell how much of the holographic is going to settle in there. So the holographic's like a glitter, but I've got it in a lot of different colours. and some of them I haven't even used yet. I've got it in a lot of different colours, so I can mix it around. I could even put different colours in, you know, but I don't want to go over the top and spoil it by putting too much in. I just want to get a little bit of a look into the clear, so it's not just clear, you know, like glass. I want a little touch of sparkle. I might just put a tiny little touch more in. So again, you'll see that camera focuses. That's all I'm putting in. It's tiny. And that'll do it for sure now. I'm not going to put any more in. So now all I've got to do is give it all a good mix. And then pour that in there. We might have to mix up another lot, but we'll see how we go. Because this is for the smaller, the other molds, the conduit molds. Yeah, that's looking all right. I think that'll be good. And even although it's silver, it will throw different colours as well, but the predominant colour is the silver. Okay, so we'll just pour that into that mould nice and slowly now. As soon as I hit that Chameleon with that clear, the colours in the Chameleon just pop right out. It's just a shame the cameras don't pick that up like how I see it. And now I can see the blue and the purple and the red. I'm just pouring that in nice and slowly. Just check that volume for the music. Just down a little bit. And I'm only going really slow with the resin pour because I don't want to trap any air bubbles in round about the resin anywhere. And if I get any hollowed corners or rounded corners in this one this time, I think what I'm going to do is next time I'll put the mould in the oven for a little while and I'll heat it up and see if that makes any difference. Starting to see that silver holographic showing up in the clear now. I might, if I can, I'll change to camera 2. Yeah, you still can't really see. So I might just have to mix up just a tiny little bit of clear and pour it in there. We're not quite up the top, I'm about an eighth of an inch from the top. So I'll just put a tiny little amount just to give us a little bit more. And that'll just mix in there with the rest anyway, hopefully. So I'll put a tiny little bit of hardener in it and I'll mix it up just in case. But it'll only need the tiniest little amounts. And that'll do it. Well, how are you, buddy? Yeah, so we'll just pour this in now and that'll fill the mould up. Let us get it in the it's almost to the top, not quite, but it's almost to the top. So I think that'll be enough for us to get by on that one. Just means the handle will be a little bit. Actually, I might just put another little touch in, guys, because I'd rather it was right up so that when it goes in the pressure pot, it's got a little bit to compress, you know. That'll do it. And another tiny little bit of the hardener. Tiny. And that'll do it. Make sure it's well mixed, that's the main thing. So the two parts are mixed together properly. I'm just going to let that sit there for a sec till I clean these up and clean that resin off there and there. Okay, so that'll do that for now. That's right up to the top now, so that should be good. So I'll just set that there. I got the pressure pot ready to go, so we'll just sit this in the pressure pot. Try not to spill any. So you probably can't see that for the light, but anyway, you'll see it when it comes out of the mold. We'll show it in the next stream probably, unless we get it out tonight. It may be ready later on, but we'll see how we go. I don't want to rush it. Okay, so I'm going to stick that one in the pressure pot without trying to spill it. So far so good. And I'm just going to sit a couple of paddle pop sticks either side of that mold, because we're going to be sitting a flat piece on top of that, which is this piece, and that'll take the next molds. Okay, so we'll put that under pressure now. So just bear with me, guys. I'll go to that main shot there and you'll see a little bit more. So I'll get these up and we'll tighten the lid down. Close off the valve, get the air onto that. And we'll let the air go in. So I'll be taking it up to about 60 psi. That'll do us. Time for a bit of coffee. A green hybrid. What's that? Scotch mist? Hey? What's that? That's green. Look at that. But that's going to be for a synthetic or a two-band. I wouldn't put a rhodium in that. I'll only put the rhodium in the tops when they've got all acrylic to the top, and then burrow from the top down, so the knot's not actually set in the burrow. But for synthetics or for a 2-band, this would be more than sufficient. That's a green one, if anybody's up for a green one. There you see there. So that's got the green Chameleon on it, and we've also got a little bit of green holographic in there. But knowing you, Brett, you'll want a different green, and you'll want maybe different greens, and anyway. But yeah, the holographic, I think I'm fairly limited on colours in the holographics, to be honest. There's a red, orange, yellow, green. Actually, I might have some in my other ones that I got, so yeah, we might be able to do something there. But anyway, I've got enough to keep me busy for a little while, so you just let me know when you're ready and we can go from there, right? That's the best bet. Yeah, I thought you might want a greener one. All good, mate, all good. Alrighty, let's go back to there, and we can start getting a little bit more casting done. So I'm going to fill this up straight away with, pardon me, with using my marks. And that'll do that. And then I need I'll mark this on the cup this time, because that's what we're going to be pouring from here on in now. And that'll do that one. So I'll pour this in there, and I'll mark that on the edge of that cup, and that way I've got my 2 marks for pouring. And I'll stick that back there for now. It's nice that this resin, it's totally different to the polyester. It's not as sticky and gummy as the polyester resin. I mean, it's still sticky, but you can wipe it off your hands, whereas if you get the polyester on your hands, you can't wipe it off as easy, you know. And you can see it's sort of milky when you put the 2 parts together, but then once you've given it a good stir, it'll actually start to clear up. And once it clears, then you know you've got your mix right, and you're pretty much ready to start putting your powders in, and or your dyes or your inks or whatever you're going to do with it as far as colouring. So start thinking of some colours, guys. We're going to put some tints into this. So I've also pulled out my fluorescent lime and my fluorescent orange. So we might try a little bit of fluorescent in these ones, in this one as well, just to see how it goes with the other colours. Okay, T-Man, how are you? All right, we'll just get, how many colours we're going to put in, do you think? We might put 4 in, eh? What do you reckon, 4 colours? I'll probably end up running out of cups before we go too far, but I can always go back to mica powders as well. So I'll pour a little bit of this in each one of these. And I should actually put a towel under me so that I can capture some of this resin before it goes on the board. It helps just soak it up a little bit. So I've got my resin there. There's one little one there. We'll put say 15 mils in this one. There's 15 in that one. Put 15 in this one. There's 15 in that one. Yeah, multicoloured shots, eh? And there's a bit over 15 in that one, and we've still got a little bit of clear there. All right. So, what are we thinking colour-wise, guys? I never marked that bloody cup again, did I? Keep forgetting. Must be my old age. Yeah, we can put a little bit of fluoro lime in. We'll only need a tiny touch of that too, because it's really potent. So I might just take that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to dip the stick in it and then put it into the, get enough on it, and then I'll put it into the resin, because it doesn't take much. There you go, straight away. Look at that, fluoro green. Here we come. Okay, so that was only just what was on the surface of the stick. So there's fluoro green. Just let me take my volume down 1 notch there. Okay. So I won't need to mix that anymore, that's that done. Fluoro green, a red or a blue, yep. Okay, we'll go with a red. So these colours, we've got violet, green, black, carmine, white, blue, purplish red, deep orange, yellow, brown, red, pink, orange, purple. I think we might try a pink in there as well, I think. And we might go with a purple. And somebody said red. Actually, we might go violet instead of purple. We'll go violet, and somebody said red. So that's red. Okay, so that'll be our other colours that we're going to use. I'll just get my knife out in case I need to cut the tops off these. Okay, so we'll do one with pink, and I think this will need to be cut first. No, not quite enough. It looked to be cut. There we go. That got it. So 2 drops in there. If I go to camera 3, you might see that when I start to mix it. Okay, Brett, thanks for dropping in, buddy. We'll catch you later, eh? We might still be on when you get to your destination, mate. We'll see how we go. I'm not planning on it being a late one tonight. I mean, even if I get about 3 or 4 castings done, I'll be happy. That'll add to that previous ones with casts, so I'll be happy with that. Put another little bit of pink in there. I want that pink to be a little bit stronger. So that'll be our pink done. Still getting green off the stick, but it won't do nothing with there's too much pink pigment in there as well. Now we'll go with a little bit of the purple, or the violet, sorry. So we'll give that a shake, and then we'll cut the top off that one as well. Well, we got purple in there, so we'll go with the red. And I mean, there's a good chance that the colours may intertwine when they're in the tube anyway, and we might end up with some different colours out of it, like we did with the other one that I done earlier and streamed the other night. So that'll do us for the purple, or violet, I should say. Okay, and then we've got red. The red's a fairly strong colour. So these are all transparent tints, and we're going to mix them in with, you know, quite a large amount of clear as well, so it'll all hopefully intermingle like the other one done. And then I'm thinking when I'm going to put the knots in, I'm thinking I'll probably paint the inside of the socket with a coloured resin or a pigment of some kind, and then set the knot in it so that you don't actually see the whole knot in the hole, because these will be quite transparent when they're turned. But you should see that nice colour mix. And I might even just reuse these cups once we're finished with them for the next one. So we'll see how we go with that. So what I'll do is I'll get the colours in an area where I can reach them all and pour them in without making a mess all over the table. So that one we'll use first. Close that up for safety. So how are we going in the chat, fellas? All right? We all good? You guys are just chatting away amongst yourselves? And you know, we could even drop a little bit of the holographic into them as well, because it'll shine through with these being transparent. So I might put a little bit of that into the clear actually, and we can try that and just see how that looks as opposed to just totally clear. You know, we'll get a little bit of sparkle in there with the different colours in there. So we'll see how that looks. I've got some fluoro orange there, mate, but I don't want to put too many colours in here now. The fluoro green will be quite strong in here anyway, but maybe in the next one we can put fluoro orange in, and then we'll pick some other colours to go with the fluoro orange. How does that sound? So start thinking about your colours, guys. Because I've got most colours. I mean, I'll tell you if there's something I haven't got, but I've got most colours. So yep, so now we've got a bit of holographic sparkly in there as well. And when that mixes with the colours, we should get a little bit of an effect out of that as well. I mean, I can see colours in that already. You know, where are we? Let me go back to 3. Sorry, 2 we want to go to. So there's a bit of sparkle. I mean, there is bubbles in there as well, but there's a bit of sparkle in there. So so you got your other colours sorted out, what you want to go with the fluorescent orange. How many different whites? I've actually got a few different types of whites, mate. I've got mica powders, which are, I think there's a mica white and then there's a pearl white. I've also got a couple of new whites that I got. This one's the Sapphire Ghost Blue, but it's actually got sort of like a really light whitey. It's like a mix of colours, and then I've got pure pearl white as well, which is another one. So they'll all look a little bit different, but it just depends on what it is you're actually looking for. I have white paste, and then I have a couple of other. There's a pearl white and there's a micro pearl. So they're another two different types as well, micro pearl and pearl white. So there's lots of there's quite a few different whites there. Plus I've got white in the transparent as well, so it'll make it go slightly milkier, and the more white you put in, it will make it even more milkier. Okay, I think we might start pouring this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in a little bit of the white first. And then I'm going to slowly just start pouring a little bit in each of the colours, just a little bit at a time, because I don't want them to mix too much. I want them just to sort of settle themselves in. Then we'll go a bit more white. Sorry, the clay. And it's really just a case of me balancing it out now to get enough colour in there, but I need to have a fairly large amount of clear in there as well to let the colours actually settle into it. But I want to make sure that I get all the colour in there as well. You know, I don't want too much areas of just clear. So as you can see, it's not a case of just splashing it in. We want a very fine pours to get a fair bit of colour mix. Well, separation as well is what we're after. We want separation. We don't want the colours to all intermingle together, you know. And as you can see, I'm just sort of mixing it up too, not going too heavy with one or the other. And I don't know, you know, like if it turns out like the other one, I'll be pretty pleased with it. This one's not looking as dark as what the other one did when it was poured. So I I don't know whether that's a good sign or a bad sign, to be honest, but at this point I'm reasonably happy with it. We'll put more clear in now, and then we'll drop the last of the colour in. Make sure we get the all the colour in. And even if the colour settles up the top here, which is, you know, fine by me, that'll be the end that we can possibly set the knot in if it's a little bit more solid in colour. So that'll do us for that one. Get the last of the pink in there. Not a lot of pink left. The pink might blend in with the red anyway. A bit more. That's that one. There's not much purple left. That's that one. Bring that one over there. And just the lucky last one, which is the fluoro green. And that's about that. Yeah, Razor, the problem with those ones is that the sapphire white is a powder, so it's an opaque. It's not transparent, translucent. It's opaque, so you wouldn't see much of the tints left once that mixes. Well, we can try it, but these are all clear tinted pigments that I'm using at the moment. But we can put powders in with pigments as well, but we probably have to just change the mixes up a bit to do that. Now this one's ready to go in the mould, so what I'm going to do is take the air off. We'll release the pressure. So I'll go to camera 1. Just give all these a bit of a wipe off. Okay, so that one's ready to go in the mould. I can't pick it up to show you guys because it's full to the top, and if I try and do that I'll end up spilling it, so it will be bad enough trying to get it from there to the pressure pot. Okay, so that's that one in the pot with the other one. Actually, I don't think I'll be able to show these later on, because the top one will be the last one to go in, won't be ready, so I can't take them all out. So it will probably need to be Sunday night stream that we see these ones come out the pressure pot. But should be interesting. Should be some nice. We should get a nice couple of nice castings out of this, I reckon. I mean, did you all see the ones that I done the other night, lads? Because I know we've got a few new fellas or newer fellas in the stream tonight. Did you see the beginning of the video? You probably didn't, so you wouldn't have seen the ones that we cast the other night. I can show you them shortly. They're sitting on the table there in front of us, actually. Right, I'll just put the air back on in this, just so that they're all good to go. That'll do us. Just put that behind us. Okay. Let's go again, eh? What do you reckon? So that's the first one. I'm just going to be a bit scrappy and a bit messy. I'm going to keep reusing these cups. So I know they've got colours in them, but we'll be putting other colours in. So the majority will take over. That'll do that. Okay, in she goes. And I'll get the last of that out, just so that we've got the full mix. Okay, so that was part B. We'll stick that over there out the way. We'll get rid of this paper towel. She's absolutely saturated now. Keep my hands clean, or as clean as. I should really be wearing gloves, but the gloves are a pain in the arse to work with, to be honest. And then you end up getting sticky on it and you don't know you've got it, so you end up putting it everywhere, you know. So I'll try and go without. Probably not the right thing to do, but yeah, I think with subscribers, mate, I think I'm up to about 66, 67 or something now. So we're getting closer to that 70 mark now, but you know, we want it to keep going. More people participating, the better it is. So what were the colours for this one, lads? I see we've got orange, light blue, white, brown, and you're lost for ideas. Orange, white, brown there, Razor. Well, we did want to see some fluorescent orange, didn't we? Somebody wanted fluorescent orange. So we'll mix up some of that. So that's that mixed. And I've still got a little bit of sparkle in there from, there was a little bit of surplus resin left in the bottom of that cup, so I've just poured on top of that. And so there'll be a tiny little bit of the holographic in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that up again between the cups. We will get a little bit of mix of colours because it's probably not the right thing to do here, but we'll see how we go. Once we put the other colours in, they should take over really. So we'll make this fluoro green one the fluoro orange, I think. Maybe a bit more resin in that one. And hopefully that'll knock out the green. I'll just give the top of that cup a wipe so I don't get too much resin all over my hands. So that's our clear done. We'll use the fluoro orange for this one. Actually, I'll give it a shake before I... Cheers, Harrell. We'll see you when you get back, mate. Cheers. And we'll go to... we'll cut to camera 3 here, I think, just so you can get to see the colours again. So as you can see, that one's kind of green at the moment because that's the one we mixed the fluoro green up in. And I should really pour in fresh cups, but look, I'm low on cups and I don't think it's going to make that much difference. So we'll just So we've ended up with probably a little bit more reddish with that, probably because the green in there with the orange, green and orange make red, don't they? So I probably should have cleaned them out or used fresh cups. But anyway, it's just another colour. That's fine. It'll be fine. We'll know the next time. Make sure we change the cups. Just a little bit of something in there that I want to get out. That's it, gone. Haven't seen John in tonight, Razor. John from Spine. Now there was a request for, let me have a look in here now. There was a request in here for purplish red, probably be too close to that other one. We might try the purple though, because I reckon the purple will look alright in here. And we'll put that in with this. Well, that's a fresh one, so I'll need to cut the top off that, so we'll give it a good shake. Get my knife out. Yeah, mate, it's, I reckon if you're going to do it, you have to do it properly, you know, like, I mean, it's cost me a fair bit of money to put it all together, to be honest, between the video audio mixer, and then I started off, I had 3 GoPro cameras, but they just sort of weren't up to it, so then I ended up buying 3 Handycams, Sony Handycams, and that's what I'm running all my video through now, so it's a much clearer picture, the colours are better, there's a lot more clarity, they're a lot more reliable. The GoPros were dropping out sometimes, and plus you get a distorted picture out the GoPros because you get that fisheye effect, and you can't get zoomed in and close up on the shots, so these are ideal because I can zoom them in and out live on the stream as well. If I need to zoom in and show you something, or zoom back or whatever, I can do that. So certainly it's cost me a fair bit of money to do it, but I enjoy doing it, and it makes it a worthwhile experience just watching the stream, you know. It's a little bit more interesting when you can go to multi-angles and stuff like that. So yeah, I've actually got, just to answer your question, Grey Dog, I've actually got 2 tins of silicone ready to go, and I'm going to actually make a mould off a barrel, and then that'll become a fox barrel. So I'll be able to pour certain colours into that to make it look like barrel, but it will be resin, and then I can put sort of clears and chameleons and all that on the underside of that, which will give me the same look, but the whole handle will be resin, so it'll be totally different. So yeah, I'm looking at doing that, mate. I've got the silicone already, I've got it sitting over there, but I've never used the silicone before, so I'm a little bit reluctant doing it on a live stream. But we'll see how we go, mate. I mean, it's something that's on the cards, and it's something that needs to be done. But we'll wait and see. So there was, let me have a look at the other colours here. I mean, there's even a black in the clear tints, but I don't want to use that. I might try the purplish red, and we'll see how that looks. And I'll put that in this one. So you can see now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get colours that should look okay within those previous colours, and that will overpower that, so we don't get too much of that colour in there. And as you can see, it's only 2 or 3 drops you put in. You don't need a lot of colour in them. Oh yeah, it is a purpley red too, but it's different to the purple, that's for sure. And I might throw in, just something different, I might throw in a bit of green into the other one. Yeah, I mean, if I can do it and do it properly, then you know, I think it'll be quite nice actually. So there's the green one. Now somebody said putting a little bit of white in, so we can either put a white transparent in, or we can put in some of the other pigment powder in, but I don't know what sort of effect that'll give us, because that's something totally different when you're mixing the powders in with the translucents. But I'm happy to try that. What I might do though is I might just put a little bit more resin in one or two of these, so we don't have as much of it, and we'll see how that. I'll stick to the clear, I think, because I do like the look that I got on that other one that we cast. We'll maybe try the white with another one another night, with some clears. It's just that I do like this translucent look, so with the mix of swirly colours in it through the entire blank, it looks pretty spectacular, to be honest. For those of you that haven't seen it, if you go onto my TF Customs Shaving Brushes Instagram account and have a look on there, my last post, the last picture I put up, it will show you that blank that we done the other night with the translucents in it. And I've got it sitting on top of the pool fence with the light, so the light's actually shining through it. You can see the colours and the swirl in it. It's quite amazing, actually. So that's what these ones should look like, but just obviously different colour mixes. Hopefully, all going well. Yeah, this just makes it a little bit more interesting, because you see everything. I mean, I'm doing turning, I'm doing the casting. I made a couple of pens the other night, basically from start to finish, in amongst with a little presentation as well. And yeah, it's just, you know, it's good when you can see the whole thing, really. All right, well, here we go again, lads. We're going to pour these colours in now, just in no particular order, no particular fashion. Just drizzle it in, mix it up, and hopefully we get a nice mix out of it and a nice translucent handle. So here we go again with a little bit of clear with a little bit of holographic silver in it. And then we'll just start pouring in the colours a little bit at a time. And like I said, in no particular order, I'll mix it up every now and again. And you don't want to pour it in too sloshy like, too heavy, because what it'll do is that'll then cause the colours to really intermix, you know. And you could end up with a totally different look to what you actually want to achieve. So it's really nice, slow, light pours. Let the colour settle, don't mix it up. I mean, sometimes you want the colours to mix. More so with some of the pigment powders, but with these ones you just want this to settle in its own place. And there will be a certain amount of mixing, but that hopefully with the translucents, that mixing can cause different colours. So that's when you get more of that sort of rainbowy look, because you get some colours that will stay separated and you'll get other colours that will go a little bit more blended together. And you'll see this one's probably going to be more of a darker colour this time, because we're getting more colour in this one, because we've got 4 colours. we get more colour, and I poured more resin into these ones, so we get more colour than what we did actually have clear. Where the previous one we had more clear, less colour.
So now I'm starting to get a little bit light on some of the colours, so I'll put a little bit more clear in to fill the mould up. And then I'll go with the ones I've got more colour off. I'll put more of that in and just put the other ones in slower, so we mix it right up. Because like I said, I want all the colour to go in, and we're not going to have much left anyway. I've measured this out fairly accurately. And that's that one done. We might go with a little bit of that. And like I said, you can't really see too much from the top because it goes a bit dark. But I was quite surprised when I seen that one out in the light the other day. I couldn't help myself. I had to take a photograph and share it with somebody. So I'll put it on Instagram. I'm just going to get rid of these colours now. So we'll use all these colours up in this pour, and then we need to top up. I'll just top it up with the clay. We'll get rid of all those cups now. They can all go in the bin. Pour the last of this purple one in, and that's probably going to fill it right up for us now. Yep. So I've got my dregs cup here, which I'll just put the dregs into that. Not much. That'll do that. And then I'll just pour the last of the clear in that. There's not a lot of clear in there. I'll let that sit there for a tick just to drain in. Move the bottles forward, that'll do it. Now we'll get that cleaned up. And this can go in the bin. So how are we going so far, lads? Now there was already a little bit of holographic in the bottom of that cup from the previous pour, Grey Dog, so when I re-poured the next lot of clear resin, I just poured it into the cup and we got a little bit of the holographic through that. So I didn't actually add any more holographic to that one. All right, we'll just release the pressure pot. My coffee's gone cold. Down the gullet. I get to have a quick look at the other one, and it's looking stunning, guys. So I think we might be on a couple of winners with these. Yeah, they're looking good. Looking good. I just can't get the cameras into that, so I'm going to have to try and maybe set up another camera. I can have four. I can have up to 4 cameras, so I might have to get one with a longer cable that I can move around the shop and set up in different locations. That might be the idea, eh? Maybe I could even just use one of the GoPros for that, you know, mount it on a little tripod or something, and have a longer cable on it, and then I can move it around to different locations where I'm doing other things, like the buffer, or you know, at the pressure pot here, or if I'm doing any sanding or anything like that. You know, we can move it to wherever in the shop, and that just gives me another one. The only thing is I can't take the mixer around with me. That's got to stay stationary, so that's the only thing, but it means you're not looking at an empty screen if I can take a camera to another location, so might work quite well. Okay, that'll do us. That's us on 60 psi again, fellas, so we're all good there now. Sit that round there. I can continue to use this cut. That's all right. And we'll grab another mould now. How long have we been going? An hour and a half, so that's all right. We're going all right. Okay, have we thought about any more colours? Yeah, Grey Dog, I've done pine cones, I've done Banksia pods, I've done she oak nuts, I've done liquid amber pods, I've done coffee grinds, I've done crocodile jawbones, I've done coal. There's a number of things I've cast in resin over the years when I was making my pens and doing my resin casting for pens. So yeah, I've cast a lot of different things in my time, mate. Right, let's start thinking about the next one, guys. We might use a couple of colours and pigments for this next one. What do you reckon? We'll throw a couple of powder ones in, maybe a couple of the new colours that we've got sitting to the side here. We might try some of them, eh? What do you reckon? So we've got, I've got one tint one on the table here, and I've got 2 in the pot, plus the Chameleon burrow one. We might try I'll tell you what I'm really looking to do. I want to try and do a it's hard to explain. The whites, but with slight tinges of colour through it, so it looks more like abalone shell. I'd like to try and do something like that. So that would be a case of mixing some of the whites, possibly even the pure pearl white, in with a little bit of the sapphire white, and maybe having to put a couple of bits of colour in it as well, just very, very little amounts of colour. So we might try one of them. What do you reckon, eh? We'll try one of them? Alright, let me get pouring resin. So we'll go my 3 on that one again. That should do that, I think. Yep. Come on. No, it's not going to go. Okay. The abalone shell one might be a hard one to do in a tube. You might need to do that one in a open mold to get the right effect. But I'm going to try that with some of those colours just to see what we actually get out of it. So I'm thinking with that sapphire ghost blue, the pure pearl white, and I might even mix up maybe a little bit more of a real purpley one, maybe even purple. How does that? I know we've used purple, but I think I might use purple, but just in a small amount, you know. Now I'll pour part B, because I haven't got that marked on that cup. Maybe just a touch more, that'll do it. Right, and we'll pour that in, and then we'll start mixing again. We'll sit part B over there. I'm going to mix again, but I'll just give this a quick wipe before I get too much all over my hands. Yeah, I had to actually split the pipes, mate, but what I've done is I've retaped them up, so that's what these ones are with the tape around the side. So they're in 2 halves now. So what I'll be able to do with them is I should be able to hopefully split them now and continue to use them. But I'll see how the blanks come out of them anyway. The ones we've cast, can't remember now. I think one or two of them might have been the split molds. This one's a full tube, so we'll be right with this one. But the other 3 I've got in front of me are the split pipes, so hopefully this should be all right. And I never, did you see the other blanks that we cast, Grey Dog, or not? Were you in by then? Okay, so I've still got some cups here, so what I'll do is I'll pour out, what have I got? I've got 1, 2, and I might go 3, and that'll leave some in there. We can probably use that for another one, because I can mix, if I mix powders in this one, that cup will be no good after that. But what I could possibly do would be to pour it out into another cup. We'll see how we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think they're going to look quite nice actually. Going to be a little bit different, but I think they're going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it myself, but I've got so many other things to do at the moment, so it's a bit of catch up I'm playing at the moment. Trying to keep the streams going every other night, and I mean I do 3 streams a week, so it's quite a bit of streaming. There's 30. There's 30. I've still got a fair bit there. If I go another 30. We'll see how we go with that. So what I'm thinking is I might go more of the white, and then we'll go more of the actually, I might just try and see if we can spread this out between the 3 cups. And that would be even better, I reckon. So let me just give this a bit of a scrape out. Get all the resin. It's amazing how much resin actually sticks to the cup, you know. That'll do us, I think. All right, we'll stick that yeah, 3 streams a week, mate. Every, what is it, guys? Every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday night. 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. Right, okay, let's get these ones going. So this is pure pearl white. And I'll use a clean stick for that. So I might get yous on, we're on that one, we might go to that camera first up. I'll get rid of that out the way so you can see what's sort of going on to an extent. That's the mold we're going to be pouring in, so I'll keep that over there. So that opens that up a little bit for you. You can see what we're doing colour wise there. Okay, I'm just going to give that stick a clean off because it's covered in resin, and I'll sure enough I'll pick it up. Cheeky buggers. Right, so I'm going to take some of this pure pearl white, it's called. So about that much, maybe a touch more, and then I'll give that a mix, and we'll see how that looks once it's mixed. I'll put that back on. So we'll give that one a bit of a mix in, and we'll see what sort of look we get with that. So what you'll see here is, mind you, this sapphire one, sapphire ghost blue, it will be a real bluey colour. So I'm just wondering if we put purple in there, it might be just too overpowering for the white. We'll see what we think. I probably should have mixed it up so that we had a lot more difference in quantity from one to the other. Like the colours should be a very, very small amount, because I think this way they're going to overpower one another, but it doesn't matter, it'll still turn out a nice blank, but I'm just not going to get the effect that I was talking about initially. Like the abalone shell, we're not going to get that look now with the pour that I've poured. This will be more just a mix of colour, but it should be quite nice though. So that's the pure pearl white. Now what I might do now is I might use micro pearl white, which is probably going to end up being the same, but what I might do is I might put a little bit of colour in it. Just a tiny little bit of colour once we mix that up. That's what I'm thinking. Because this will end up being very, very similar to that other one. But I might just put a little tiny touch of colour in it just to make it a little bit different to the other one. Not a lot, just a little. And I might use one of the tints. And the one I'm going to use is blue. Now if I go to that shot, you'll see that with the blue in it now. So it's not a strong blue, I don't want a strong blue. And I want that white to sort of come through in it as well, as you can see there. So we've got a mix in the one cup, we've got a mix of sort of white with the slight shade of blue in it. And as it settles, it will settle like that as well. So it's now like an interference colour would be, which has sort of two colours in it, you know. Yeah, with the occasional sneaky stream, mate, yeah. Now we're coming up close to 2 hours, guys, so I think what I'll do is I'll pour this one, I'll put it in the pot, and then that'll be it for tonight. And then I'll see you all on Sunday again, and you'll be able to see all these new ones, unless I can't help myself and I put a picture up first. So can you see that in the camera, guys, or is the light blowing it out for you? See if I can lift it up a bit closer. I think the light might be blowing it out. It's actually white, but it's got blue in it as well. And this one here, I was thinking a little bit of purple in it. But purple's probably going to be a bit too strong. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got another interference colour here, which is this one. So this will throw two different colours as well. So I'm going to use this one. This is interference violet. Okay. So I'm going to use that one in with that sort of turquoisey bluey colour that we've got there, but this will give a nice interference as well. I'm just going to make sure that I get all the powder mixed, that we don't have any lumps in it. Some of these powders take a little bit more of a mixing than others. And I don't know if you're seeing the colour in that, but it's sort of got like a, well, you can see the sort of violet-y colour in it, along with the sort of white colour as well. Well, I don't know if you can see the colours in the camera there, but oh, you might be, boy. So the blue's the stronger colour one. This one's got a like I said, it's got a light, sort of slight violet-y tinge to it, shimmery violet-y tinge, and the other one is just pearly-like. So I'm hoping that once these all mix together, we should get quite a nice blend of colour without one overtaking the other one, because as you can see in that, we're getting a bit of white, but we're getting blue in there as well. And the interference one, we're getting that violet-y colour in with the white as well. So that's that one done. We'll give this one another little bit of a stir, and then we should be a bit ready to pour this one, I think. So you can see that violet-y colour taking place in that one now. So you've got white, but you've got that violet-y tinge to it, and this one's sort of whitish blue with a darker blue in it, and then this one's basically getting back to your pearly white. So I think we're right to start pouring this one now. So I'm just going to pour these straight out of the cup, straight into that mould, and just mix it up a bit so we get a nice mix in it, and then that'll do us for tonight, I think, fellas. That'll give us just over the 2-hour mark. Okay, so here we go. So I'll keep a little bit of a stick in my hand. Oh, just missed that. Don't want to do too much of that. Yeah, I think this is going to look quite nice, fellas. Not quite the look I was looking for, but it's going to be fairly close. I'd like to try that abalone shell one at some stage though. And that's it, fellas. So we'll just get the remainder out of these into that cup. That's my overflow. And you can probably see that one in the camera actually. I don't know if it's showing all the colour properly for you, but and that'll be her. So they're all for the bin, that's for the bin. That's for the bin. Yeah, so I'm hoping you can see that one, lads. It's going to be quite nice, I think. That's the overflow. We'll sit that in there. That'll do us for tonight, I think. I've still got another mould here, which is a full one too. So that one could have actually could have been done, but anyway, we're there now. So we'll release the pressure pot. Go to camera one. Let me show you my new graphic that I made today. Aye? Let me show you my new graphic. Let me show you. And we'll put it over the top left. How does that sound? Ta-da! Way! Oh, up there, look. Up there. How does that look, guys? Hey? I was quite pleased with myself making that one up. What do you reckon? I don't know how it'll look on the playback, but anyway, I've put it in there, and I can actually, now that I've got that graphic created, rather the previous one I had, I could only put it in one position, whereas now this one I can actually jump it to where I want it to be. So I can go top right, we can move it over to top right, and then I can say, okay, well now I want it down the bottom right, and I can put it down there. And then if I want it over that side, sorry, I can then say, okay, let's put it over that side. So that would be bottom left. So I can go bang and we can say, well, look, there it is over there now. Aye, we're getting there, aren't we? Slowly, slowly, baby steps, baby steps. Anyway, let's get this one in the pressure pot. The overflow cup grey dog, it can be turned into a handle with just mixed colours through it. Or sometimes what I do is I'll take it and I'll put it through the bandsaw and cut it up into all different size pieces, shapes and all that sort of thing. And then what I do is I end up casting that, putting it into a mould, or the offcuts, put it into a mould and then cast it with, say, a black or a white or something like that. And then put it in the pressure pot and then bring it out, and then I get a bits and pieces, what I call my bits and pieces blank, handle blank. And well, they're already gone off. There's a fair bit of heat in that. I don't know what the bottom one will be like, so you won't get to see them, but I can show you the top of them, but the top's not going to show you too much, so don't get too excited. The Chameleon one's still going off, so I think I might leave the Chameleon one in there. You'll see that one on Sunday night, lads. But I'll get this one in. And Jesus, they're roasting hot, eh? I'll give you a quick little look in the camera close up. Let me go to camera 3. You won't see too much, guys, but I need to hold that in a rag or something too, because it's burning hot. Let me get it. Nah, you're not going to see it, unfortunately. The lights are overpowering it one way, and you can't see it in the camera. You can see the colours, but you won't see it properly. This is how the other one looked. Like this one here was the other one that I cast, the one that I showed in the photograph on Instagram. And as you can see, it's black. You couldn't really see the colours in that until it came out the mould, and then we saw the colours pop out it. So I'm just going to whack these two back in there, because there's no need to. That's, whoa, shit, that's hot. And that's the other one, but again, I don't think you're going to see nothing out of it, to be honest. It needs to go back. I'll put it back in the pot, and we'll just let them, because they'll be generating heat in there and it'll be curing as well, so all good. Let me just get this back under pressure, lads, and then we can call it a night, I think. And we'll see you again on Sunday night. What do you reckon? And Sunday night I will be turning, so it'll probably be a brush handle, and it'll possibly be, I'm thinking maybe one of these transparent ones that we've done with the different colours in them. I'm really looking forward to seeing them turned into a handle. And then I'll need to work out what I'm going to do with the top section, whether I paint it with a pigment inside the knot recess. Okay, we'll put air on that, get it up to 60 psi. Okay chaps, so we got a few done. We got the big Chameleon one done, which is a customer one, so I wanted to get that out the way. And then we got another two transparent ones done, plus that play one at the end there with the micas, the whites and the pearls and with a little bit of colour in it. So I think that one's going to come out quite nice too. It'd be something a little bit different. So yeah, it'll be nice to see it, and then we can see how it turned out compared to how I think it's turned out. So I'll just make sure I've got all this stuff off my hands, because I go and touch the audio video mixer and I end up with resin and stuff all over the place. So a little bit of methylated spirits makes quick work of this resin. It's, like I said, it's not that sticky like polyester. And the methylated spirits gets it off you pretty quickly. Alright guys, so once again, thanks for joining the stream, fellas, and we'll look forward to catching up with you all on Sunday. Sunday night, all going well. So we'll get rid of that graphic there now. Still going to have to give my hands another bit of a wipe with a bit of methyl. They're still a little bit sticky. And I've changed the end screen as well. It's similar to what we had before, but the text is just a lot smaller, because I'm going to try and see if I can line that up. If you watch my videos on YouTube, at the very end, for the last 15-20 seconds or something, you'll see some placards for clicking to other videos. So I'm trying to get the text so it works in close to the middle of them, so that it's not, the text is not all blocked out with those little video links. So I'll have to just try it and see how it works out, but I won't be able to do that until the video actually gets put through YouTube and goes live, which will probably be tomorrow morning sometime, early morning to mid-morning, before it actually goes up as a proper link. So I'm trying to get it to work in with them, so I may have to adjust it a little bit more again, but I've changed it just to try, and then that'll give me an idea as to where it actually needs to be and how it needs to be sized. But anyway, until then, fellas, yous all take care. If you're out and about, stay safe. And we had a bit of a scare here in Logan. Logan with the COVID, with the two girls, or it's turned out to be three, that sneaked into Queensland and was wandering around for 8 days and created a little bit of a ruckus up here. So stay safe out there, guys. Till Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday night. The usual, mate. Take care, eh? We'll see you then. Cheers, fellas. Thanks for watching. Take care.